Teen mom Jenelle Evans does the unthinkable amid son's crisis. Fans of Teen Mom recently learned of a story involving the 911 emergency call at Jenelle Evans' home concerning her son Jace. However, many fans aren't agreeing with how Evans is handling the situation. Many fans have been commenting on the story on social media. Jace was the subject of a recent emergency call made at his mother Jenelle Evans' home. Evans first appeared on the second season of 16 and Pregnant. She gave birth to her son, Jace Vaughn Evans, with ex-boyfriend Andrew Lewis back in 2009. In 2014, Evans and Nathan Griffith had her second son, Kaiser Orion Griffith. Evans later gave birth to a daughter, Ensley Jolie Eason, with David Eason in 2017. Fans of Teen Mom have seen Jace face many troubles in his young life. He had been placed in his grandmother Barbara's care from when he was around 9 months old. At a young age, he was diagnosed with ADHD. In 2023, he was placed into care with his mother. At one point, Jace had also been put into temporary foster care following an altercation with David. Recently, the Ashley's Reality Roundup covered a story concerning a 911 phone call made by Evans earlier this month. During the time, she claimed Jace was smashing everything in the house. The publication obtained audio of the call, where Jenelle could be heard being out of breath. After much prompting, she shared she needed police. Jace could reportedly be heard saying, "I'm not doing **** too." Jenelle then told 911 that she needed an officer at the home. At the time, Jenelle shared, "There's debris of a broken door everywhere." He picked up the cage, the dog cage, and *** king through it, down the steps. She denied the involvement of drugs, alcohol, or weapons. She also denied anyone was injured. However, she claimed Jace wasn't taking medication for ADHD and defiant disorder. Attention was brought to a social media share from the Teen Mom star. On Instagram, the Teen Mom Chatter page shared the story, as well as a Celebuzz article detailing the original story. In particular, a screenshot was highlighted from a social media post shared by Evans. In the post, Evans wrote, "Mental health is so important, and sadly many families have trouble finding support when they need it. This has not been an easy time." Fans have also been sharing their reactions to the post. A second screenshot shared Evans sharing a link to an update over what happened. As seen in the screenshot, some fans were critical of the move. As one wrote, "It probably doesn't help that you share every little thing that happens. Some things should just be private, especially your children." In the Instagram post, the caption wrote, "Jenelle Evans upset a lot of people by using Celebuzz." To recap the Ashley's article, previously posted, and using the link to make money off of her incident with Jace. Many fans shared similar sentiments in the comments. Quite a few shared their sympathy towards Jace during this time. Some comments included, "The sun hung low over the North Carolina horizon, casting long shadows over the Evans' modest house on the edge of the woods. It should have been a peaceful Sunday, but inside, tension had reached a boiling point." Jenelle Evans, once the poster girl for messy reality TV drama and fiery reunions on Teen Mom 2, now stood face-to-face with something she had never expected to unravel in her 30s, the unraveling of her own son. Jace, her firstborn, the little boy America met when he was just a newborn, had grown into a troubled teen. Reports had swirled for weeks, runaway attempts, alleged altercations, therapy sessions that ended in silence. Rumors painted a grim picture, and the tabloids buzzed like vultures circling a storm. But no one expected what Jenelle did next. After years of bouncing between custody arrangements, strained co-parenting, and internet scrutiny, Jenelle had become an expert at public displays, defiance, regret, denial, and redemption, all captured in 1080. But this time, there were no filters, no selfies, no carefully worded statements. This time, Jenelle did the unthinkable. She logged off. No TikToks, no Instagram lives, no Twitter tirades. Just silence. The influencer-turned-mother-turned-tabloid fixture disappeared from the digital world, and in her absence, the chaos grew louder. News outlets speculated she was hiding from backlash over Jace's most recent disappearance. Anonymous insiders whispered about family dysfunction. But behind closed doors, something far more unexpected was happening. Jenelle had taken Jace, quietly, deliberately, on a retreat deep into the mountains of western North Carolina, far from the flashing cameras and clickbait headlines. No glam squad, no brand deals, no David. Just mother and son, raw and unfiltered, in a rented cabin where the only reception was from a nearby hawk circling the pines. She didn't post about it. She didn't even bring her phone. It was a move that no one, not even her critics or her diehard followers, could have predicted. She cooked from scratch, well, kind of. Frozen chicken nuggets and canned beans, but cooked on a real stove without Uber Eats. They sat on a splintered porch and watched the stars. Jace, face usually hidden behind a hoodie, finally looked up for once. "I forgot you could see this many stars," he muttered. Jenelle looked over at him, unsure what to say. Motherhood had always felt performative. Now stripped of likes and validation, it felt terrifyingly real. "Yeah," she whispered. "I forgot too." Jace had 1,000 questions buried beneath his anger, about his dad, about the custody battles, about why life had been a revolving door of courtrooms, cameras, and confusion. But that night, he just asked one. "Do you even like being my mom?" The question hit her like a gut punch. For once, Jenelle didn't deflect or get defensive. Her voice cracked. "I don't just like it, Jace," she said. "I need it. I just didn't always know how to show it." They sat in silence for a while. No yelling, no slamming doors. Just the hum of crickets and the weight of two broken people trying to build a bridge across years of misunderstanding. Back in town, David Eason was fuming. He tried calling Jenelle for days. He left voicemails full of threats, demands, and twisted declarations of love. When the press reached out for comment, he said she'd abandoned her responsibilities. But Jenelle didn't care anymore. For the first time in her adult life, she wasn't reacting, she was acting. Not out of spite or for a storyline, but out of survival. Her son was in crisis, and she wasn't going to fix it with hashtags or legal threats. She was going to fix it by showing up. The days passed slowly, like the rhythm of the forest around them. They played cards. She taught Jace how to make scrambled eggs without burning them. He taught her how to play his favorite mobile game, though he warned her she sucked at it. They laughed, awkwardly at first. Then more freely. The pain didn't disappear, but it got diluted by small moments of connection. Then on the fourth day, Jace said it. "You remember when I ran away last time?" he asked. Jenelle nodded cautiously. "I wasn't running from you," he said. "I was running from the noise." She felt her throat tighten. "That's why we're here," she replied, "to quiet it." By the end of the week, they drove back down the mountain. She didn't take the scenic route. No detours. Just a direct path back to the real world with a new plan. Jenelle announced her return to social media with a single post. A photo of a handwritten letter on a picnic table, signed by both her and Jace. No filters, no hashtags, just truth. The letter read, "We're working on us. Not for TV, not for drama, just for each other." The internet exploded. Some praised her. Others called it performative. Many didn't believe she'd changed. But for once, Jenelle didn't respond. She just stayed quiet. She enrolled Jace in a therapeutic wilderness program, not because a judge ordered it, but because they'd both agreed he needed it. She started weekly therapy sessions herself, digging into trauma she carried since her own teenage years. And she stopped filming everything. The unthinkable wasn't the cabin. It wasn't the silence. It wasn't even walking away from David for good, which she eventually did, in the quietest breakup she'd ever had. The unthinkable was this: Jenelle Evans, for the first time in her chaotic, made-for-TV life, decided that motherhood mattered more than the narrative. And for Jace, that made all the difference.